morning, folks. Welcome to another edition of Pensacola Wants to Know. Today, folks, I have a very special guest, Mrs. Jackie Lyon, with the Chappie James Museum. Hello, Jackie.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. I understand that it is time for the Chappie James Museum annual gala. Is that true?
That is true. It is time for the 2026 Chappie James Gala.
All righty then. We're going to get into about the gala, but just preliminary so folks know that the gala, tell us when and where the gala going to be, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about some more things more specific to the gala, but just
Okay.
whet our appetite about the gala right now.
Okay. Well, for the gala, it is scheduled for February the 28th at 5 p.m. and it would be down at the Sanders Beach Chlorine Jones Recreational Center.
Okay. And that's a fundraiser for the museum, am I correct?
There is a fundraiser going on where you can purchase tables. You can also purchase tickets that are $100 per ticket.
Mm-hmm.
The dress attire, if you need to know, is navy blue and silver.
What say that again? I didn't hear that part about the dress
I said the
attire.
dress attire is silver and navy blue.
Oh, okay. Silver and navy blue.
Yes,
Very
if you
good. Okay. Well, very good. That's the dress attire. All right. Now, you said that the tickets are how much are tickets individually?
individually they are $100.
Okay. And how if a company or somebody out there, an individual for that matter, wanted to buy a table, how much are the tables?
The tables are $800. They seat 8 people.
Okay, very good. And folks, we want you to understand this is a fundraiser, and so don't get freaked out about the cost of the table and stuff like that. Don't let that worry you. Okay,
That's
don't
right.
let that worry you at all because it is for a good cause. Okay, and I believe y'all the 503c organization and people that in businesses that want to do that they can write it off, right?
That is true. They definitely can get a tax write-off for that donation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Jackie,
Yes.
we're going to come back to that subject, okay?
Okay.
About the gala itself. I was trying to find the flyer that I had for the gala because I knew I had one here somewhere for the gala. And maybe this is it right here. I think that is it right there. That's for the gala. Going to be Saturday, February 28th at the Sanders Beach Corrine Jones Resource Center. And
Mhm.
everybody know that's down at 913 S Street in Pensacola. But
Okay.
let's talk about the museum itself. Tell us about the Chappie James Museum.
Okay. Well, the Chappie James operating hours are Wednesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. It is a walkable museum that you can see all of Chappie James' artifacts and his legacy right in front of you.
Okay. Do you know the history of it? How the museum started?
The museum started back in 2012 when they broke ground. Um, It was an old school where his mother taught that they rebuilt. So
Right.
you would see his mother's classroom for back in 1939,
Yeah.
1926, from where
Hmm.
when she had a private school where she taught the local students or children in the neighborhood.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Since what's your position with the museum?
I am a newly intern for Chappie James to help them out in the office to kind of keep everything running smoothly for our wonderful visitors.
Very good. Now let me ask you this question. You look mighty young. What do you know about what do you know about Chappie James?
Chappie James was the first four-star general. I understand that he taught in Tuskegee before becoming a pilot and going to war.
Yeah, yeah, that is correct. He's a home. I call him a hometown hero.
A
Okay.
hometown hero right here on Martin Luther King is where his museum is and where his mother taught a lot of students.
Yeah. Mrs. James, I understand. She didn't play. She had her own school there, and the museum. Uh, don't they have a exhibit dedicated to Mrs. James' school?
They do. They do have an exhibit that has is set up exactly how her classroom was set up back in 1939.
Yeah.
And she also included a 11th Ten Commandment also that is displayed in that classroom. Thou shalt not quit. Chappie James Legacy will not quit
Yes, yes.
teaching our young on how to be successful.
Absolutely. Thou shalt not quit. And I talked to a lot of folks, Jackie, that have went to Chappie James School. In fact, I talked to Mamie Hickson this morning. She said she was a student at Chappie James School. Kind of surprised me. She said she showed me that she learned the um, the Black National Anthem there at the Chappie James School, and said she was 4 years old.
She
And
was
yeah, that's when she learned that, and she said she never forgotten the words to the song. Okay, and so I
mhm.
thought that was very interesting. And like I say, Mrs. James, folks know Mrs. James. She didn't. They said she didn't play. She didn't play the radio. She she,
That's
she was
right.
strict disciplinarian, and but everybody that I know, Jackie, that went to that school was ultimately successful. I don't know anybody that attended that school uh, failed in life. They all succeeded uh, well in their lives there that went to that school, and that's a testament, even including Chappie James himself. Uh,
That's right.
they did really well in that school. Now, if one were to come to the museum, okay,
Okay.
what would they expect to see?
They would expect to see the family of Chappie James. They will see some of his artifacts from the Tuskegee University that he attended. You can see or get information on the flights that he's taken, the wars that he has fought on our behalf. You will see the airplanes that he has flew into these different wars that he has went into.
Okay, yeah, they did a. I think it was it last year they did a rededication of it, and I'm wondering, did they add more exhibits to it? And I know it's growing every day uh, as time go by, because people add more exhibits to the museum and so forth. And in association with that, also they got the Flight Academy as well, is in association with that, and y'all co-located in the same area in the same building there. Am I right?
Mhm. That's right.
Okay. And so uh, I had some folks on talking about the Flight Academy not so long ago, and they did an upgrade themselves probably about a year ago, and I encourage folks that got children, in particular pre preteen students and students, to go to that Flight Academy. Okay, get there, because you can learn something. They got a lot of great technology there in the Flight Academy there. So, folks, if you hear me, if you got children, please, uh, and they booked up. So if you're gonna have to, if you're gonna you want your child to be a part of that, you're gonna have to to book it early. Okay, get
Mhm. And
in now
also,
where you fit
I'm
in.
sorry, Vernon, I didn't mean to cut you off. So let me just make sure that when you understand that when you are visiting the Chappie James Museum, the Flight Academy is separate. So that would be a separate appointment that would need to be booked in order to get access to the Flight Academy when you're walking in to see the Chappie James Museum.
That's an excellent point, Jackie. Thank you for pointing that out because you know most folks think the Chappie James Museum and the Flight Academy is one and the same, which they're not. These are two separate entities, just happen to be co-located.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, just happen to be co-located. All right, now just like any other museum, your hours are is it Monday through Fridays again?
Wednesday through Saturday, 10
Wednesday
to
through
3
Saturday,
p.m.
10 to 6 p.m. Okay.
10
Now,
to 3. 10
10
to
to
3.
3. 10 to 3. Okay. I want to make sure I get it right. Now, last time I was there, Jackie, you had a tour guide. What's his name? Mr. Oh, God. Who's your tour guide now?
Mr. Carlton and Mr. McDuffie.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Carlton and Mr. McDuffie. Mr. McDuffie, both of those gentlemen are very, very knowledgeable. And I like, and when you go to the museum, and particularly, you can invite groups. If you got kids in schools and whatever, bring a group of individuals there, and then they would give you a guided tour, if you will, and you got a tour guide explaining everything, all of the artifacts in the museum. And if I can recall it, when I walk in there, it's just like walking back into the late 20s and 30s, walking into the classroom of Chappie James' mother, Miss Lillian James, and
Mhm.
then you walk in the door into the actual academy, the museum itself, and they got pictures and artifacts and a lot of paraphernalias that belong to Chappie James himself. It is certainly a an opportunity that you shouldn't want to miss, uh, Jack. And I encourage everybody, if you hadn't gone down to the museum, you need to get down there. Okay.
Come on down. See us.
Now, what's the address? Tell them what the address is down there, Jackie.
The address is 1606 Martin Luther King Drive,
16,
Pensacola, Florida, 32503.
yeah, 1606. And what's the website for the folks that that might be viewing this over the internet and they might be out of town and they might be visiting Pensacola and say, look, I want to be able to go see the Chappie James Museum. I want to see we got a Chappie James 3 Mile Bridge named after Chappie James,
Mhm.
and soon we're going to have hopefully a park there associated with it. Eventually, we're going to do that. But give them the website that one can go to look at all of the information about the museum.
You can find our website at www.chappiejames.org. Chappiejames.org. I was getting ready to give you the email.
Well, you can give them an email too. Maybe they want to email you.
www.chappiejames.org.
ChappieJames.org. Okay.
Mhm.
And you can find out a lot of information about the Chappie James Museum that you want to know. And we'll give them the email address too, because they some folks want, and the phone number down at the museum. What's the phone number?
Okay, the phone number is 850-542-4721.
All right, and if one want to email them,
The email is chappiejames6@gmail.com.
if I want to write you a love letter down there at the Chappie James Museum, what address would I use?
1606 Martin Luther King Drive, Pensacola,
Uh,
Florida,
all right, y'all.
32503.
Y'all hear that? You hear that, right? Come on down to the museum. The operating hours are Wednesdays through Saturday. You correct me when I'm wrong now,
Okay.
because I'm known to get things back, get them wrong. Okay, but if I heard you say earlier, I want to say the visiting hours. Is that the correct way of putting that? Just don't want to
Yeah,
make it
every visiting
sound
the
like it's
museum.
dead. Yeah. You, uh, you can come down. The museum is open. Let me put it this way. I don't want to make it sound like a funeral home, sound to be
Okay.
visiting hours. But the museum is open from uh,
Yeah,
10 to 3 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Am I
that is
correct?
that is correct.
And you can come on down and visit and bring a group of people. Now, let me ask this question: for those that do want to bring a group of individuals, okay, would they have to schedule it in advance?
Yes, we do prefer for groups that are larger than 15 to schedule appointments so we can make sure that you have a good allotted time to see the museum.
All right. Now, during the tour of the museum, how long should I carve out in my schedule to
Should
visit
carve
the
out about 45 minutes to get a full detail and take in the legacy of Chappie James.
okay, about 45 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Very good. That's a good little time to take it in. With all of the stuff there, you probably I would say I've been down there many times. Okay,
Mhm.
and actually, you may want to carve out more time than that because you know why? Because if you're a slow reader like me, I'm nosy. That's one thing. I'm nosy, and maybe I can't read real fast, and on
Okay.
half the line, when I see the information that's on the wall, the pictures, and always the narrative to the pictures, right? And you want to
Mhm.
make sure you read that because that's a lot of Black history, and you want to make sure you read that narrative that
Mhm.
goes along with the artifacts that's in the wall, so you can fully appreciate of the museum, and so
Mhm.
carve out a little more time than 45. If you're in a hurry, I think that would be the fast track. But if you want to
Yeah.
take it, there's no time limit. You're not rushing folks through there, right? So no
We're
time
not
limit.
rushing. Feel
You
free to
just
take as long as you so see fit to do so. We do have some videos that play,
yeah,
that could be an hour depending on the time that you have available. So, yeah, carve out as much time as you need to take it all in.
that's right. Well, you can stay there until I can come there at 10 o'clock, and I can stay to 3 o'clock, right?
You can stay to three because we shall be open. We shall
You
not quit.
thou shall not close. Thou shall not quit on you. Uh,
That's right.
I'm gonna come down and spend the whole time from 10 to 2, so 10 to 3. So I want Diane to make sure she cook me some dinner so I can have lunch down there when I'm down there. Okay? You tell her I
We can
said,
definitely set that up. We can make sure, as long as you book in advance, that we can have your little snack here to eat on.
all righty then. Now, the uh, somebody asked me one time, and you may have this information, you may not, but somebody asked me one time because I don't know why they think I know everything, but they said, well, who on the board of the Chappie James Museum? I said, I don't know. I said, I know Carlton Charles is probably part of it, and I know Diane is, but I don't know who on the board. Are you? Can you can you help me with that? Help me.
We got Dr. Roberts, who is a part of the Escambia County School District. He is on the board. We have Ross, who is our president, Ross Petravko,
Mhm.
Mysterio, if I'm saying his name correctly. Please forgive me, Ross, for saying your name wrong. And then we have Ernest Pugh is a part of the
Mhm.
board. And let me think, Brittany James, which is Chappie James' granddaughter, she's a part of the board
Mhm.
as well.
Okay.
Uh, and we're also taking applications for new board members. So if you are looking to get out in the community, Chappie James is the place for you. Come on down and join the board.
What about are you looking for volunteers to help with the museum?
Yes, we are definitely taking on volunteers. We need volunteers to help with the office, to help maintain our website. We need volunteers to come out and help us with tours. We've been getting a little booked and busy with schools, bringing in large groups, so we can definitely use some extra help with that as well. So yes, we have plenty of work that can be done with volunteers.
All right. Now, is there an entry fee to go into the museum?
No, the museum is free. It is based on donations, so you give
Yeah.
if you can.
Well, that's that's the best F word in our community is free. Folks like
That
to keep it free. But having said that now, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Okay. It takes money to operate a museum and as you were saying, even though there's no specific charge, if you can donate to the museum, please do. Like I say, it's the 501(c) organization. It's tax deductible, and if you want a tax write off, write a sizable amount of donation to the museum. They certainly would appreciate it. And if you're visiting the museum, because there's no entry fee, I think I think you'll feel bad by going through this museum and not at least donating, contributing to the cause of the museum because of the information you're getting. And it's a beautiful museum, but it has to be paid for, and which leads to me to my other point is that is one of the reasons that you have your annual gala because the gala itself is the fundraising entity that helps keeps this um, museum going. Am I
That's
correct?
right. That is correct.
Yeah. So this year gala and they always is there a reason they always hold it in February?
And like for his birthday, it's in honor of his birthday, which is February the 11th.
February the 11th. I'm gonna put that down. Chappie Jane's birthday because I'm gonna have to do some. Uh, can I get as Miss Jackie Carlton and maybe they'll let you come back on my show, my morning show on February the 11th. Is that somebody come on and maybe, and I got to check my schedule too, so I don't see who I got booked. But if it's all possible, don't you think that's a good idea to have somebody from the Chappie James Museum on Chappie James' birthday to have a few minutes on television and talk about that? You think that's a good
Yeah,
idea?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Okay. Let's see can we make that happen. Have your folks to get with my folks and see can we get that worked out, okay?
Okay.
January which is January, that's right around the corner. That's next week, isn't it?
Yeah,
Let me
February the 11th is literally next week.
let me see what day is. Should have known it's on a Wednesday, one of my busiest days. But if we can't get it on Chappie James Day, we'll get it on one day next week since it is his birthday, and we definitely want to honor that. But let's get back to the gala because that is the purpose of this show is that because we want folks to attend the gala. The gala itself is a grand event. If you hadn't
Yeah,
attended the Chappie James Gala, you must. Okay,
you
put it
must.
on your schedule. Put it on your schedule yourself to be at the Chappie James Gala. It's only $100 a person. You need to be there. Is Sue Strong gonna host it again this year? I know Sue host it last year?
She did, and she will be hosting this year as well.
Sue, you just don't want to miss it when Sue Strong hosts something. You know
Right.
it's going to be right and tight. Okay.
That's right.
And so, and again, WBQP will be there. Johnny on the spot. We're going to document it as we do every year. We're going to document it for the museum because the Kareem Jones Center can only hold so many people. And so, if you don't get a chance to be there in person, which I encourage you to do that, get your tickets now. But if you can't make it there, and for the folks that can't be there, then they would have an opportunity to see what the gala is like. We also got it on our station and on our web and our YouTube pages. The last several years the Chappie James Gala, and you can see if you just want to go see what it's like, then and what to expect. Just check us out on that. Uh, but again, I thought let me see. Did I show you that flyer? Did I ever find my flyer? I think I said I had a flyer for it, and I think I got it right here, Jack. I don't know whether you'll be able to see this flyer or not, but
Okay.
it's your official flyer for the Chappie James Museum. It's going to be at the gala. I keep saying the museum gala event that they're going to be held on Saturday, February the 28th, 2026, at the Sanders Beach Kareem Jones Resource Center Ballroom, located at 913 South I Street, right here in Pensacola. The door's going to open at 5 o'clock. The event going to go underway, what, 6 o'clock, Jackie?
At 5 o'clock.
You're going to start at 5 o'clock. Okay. All right. So the doors, I just say that the flyer said doors open at 5. So what time the event starts? At 5? At 6 or what?
Yeah, the doors will be open sooner than 5 because it will start at 5.
It will start at 5. Okay. All
Yes,
right. All right. I was just reading from the flyer that said the doors open at 5.
I
So I
see.
just, but the event will I'm glad we said that because we're going to set the record straight, y'all. You need to
Yes.
be there at 5. No CP time, y'all. We're going to be at 5. We're going to be there and we're going to start. Well, with Sue Strong, she don't believe in CP time, so she's going to start anyway. Carlton might believe in it, but not Sue. Okay. So get your tickets with only $100. Again, how do they get those tickets, Jackie?
They can get those tickets from Eventbrite, or
Mm-hmm.
they can come in and purchase one in person at our location.
Okay. Go to Eventbrite. Now, now some people have trouble going to event. When you go to Eventbrite, I mean Eventbrite.com. See, I'm an old school. When somebody tells
Mhm.
me to go to the computer get a ticket, I don't want to go there. When I go to type in Eventbrite, that don't tell me nothing. Is that what I have to go to Eventbrite, Chappie James, or how do I
Once you
how
pull
do I
up the
navigate that?
Once you pull up the Eventbrite, Chappie
Mm-hmm.
James is going to be one of those events that they are selling tickets for. So you
Okay.
should see it on their scheduled calendar that they generally post, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll just follow the links. Or you can reach out to a board member if
Okay.
you are wanting to purchase them in person.
Okay. I'm old school. I want to see my ticket. I don't want
Okay.
these invisible tickets. Now, one question I need to ask you this because it's important.
Mhm.
The tickets are, you said the tickets are $20, but one
The
thing
ticket
they have, the
the tickets are
tickets,
$100.
$100. I'm sorry, $100, $20. You wish, but anyway, $100. Now, if they purchase it through Eventbrite, is there a fee attached to that? Am I correct?
They do charge a service fee
Yeah.
via Eventbrite. That's correct.
Okay. So if you want to save yourselves a little money, go ahead and get your tickets now. Okay, go
Yes.
down. Just go down to the museum. Jackie, we're out of time, and not about out of time. Is there any last words you want to say in 30 seconds or less?
Okay, well, let me mention two other board members that I did not get a chance to mention, and they're going to be Charlie Nichols,
Yeah.
who is the treasurer, and I had Mr. Ernest's name wrong, so he don't get me at the next board meeting. His name is Ernest Dawson. He's the vice president for that. And I want you guys to really come out and participate in our fundraiser, in our gala. It will offer food, it's going to offer door prizes. There's a silent auction that will be going on. We're really setting it up to have a really good time. So if you can find it in your pocketbook or your pocket to purchase a ticket, you will not be disappointed by visiting or sharing that moment with us at the gala in February 28th. Don't forget. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. The gala is a must. The gala is a must. You got to go to the gala because for no other reason, it's there to support the organization so we can keep it alive. Jackie, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule and to sit with us to talk about the Chappie James Museum. And folks, I want to encourage you to go down to the museum. They do a lot of things throughout the year. They have a Veterans Day event. They have many events there at the museum. And so we want you to support it. Okay, support the museum. This is our hometown hero, our
That's
hometown
right.
hero. And so we need to support these events. All righty, I got to get out of here. My time is up. Jackie, thank you again. Thank the folks down at the museum for the work that they do and the kind service they provide. Once you get down to the museum, you see how nice and friendly the folks are down there. So again, we'll talk to you. If I don't see you, well, we're gonna talk one day next week about the Chappie James' birthday, okay? And
Okay. That can
thereafter, get the date of the gala is. Tell them what the date of the gala so we can put it on the calendar again. The date is again
February the 28th, 5
February the 20.
p.m.
February the 28th. All right, y'all. Thank you. I got to get out of here. I'll see you on the next edition of Pensacola
Thank
Wants to Know.
you.
Thank you now.
Bye-bye.